This is the all-new Remarkable Pro, and I went all out and I purchased the Marker Plus and the Type Folio. So we're going to unbox all three of these, and then get right into using the e-ink tablet and talk about the use cases in our business for it. I'm also going to give you my thoughts on some real-world experience from this new entry from Remarkable. Let's jump right in. Okay, jumping into the box, I'm going to start with the belle of the ball, the Remarkable Paper Pro. The package is a simple white cardstock that runs across all three packages, and this packaging is just an outer coating. Its structural integrity comes from the inner packaging. One cool thing that Unbox Therapy pointed out when they were doing their unboxing was the embossed actual thickness of the product on the side, which I thought was a great touch too. I love an easy perforated pull strip for a satisfying opening. Let's just pull off that external sleeve and reveal this simple black inner packaging. And it opens just like a book, which is a sleek touch. And here we have it. I love how the e-ink display is always on when powered off. It's a great way to see the actual screen on when you open it. It's got a few rubber feet on the back, stopping it sliding around when you're using it. It has a real sturdy aluminium shell. It feels like what it costs. Expensive. The tablet itself was 929 Australian dollars or $579 US. It also comes with a USB cable and some paperwork I'll never read. Putting the Paper Pro aside, now we're going to unbox the Marker Plus, which is an add-on pen. You get a standard pen with the Remarkable Pro, but you can add on for another 70 Australian dollars, 50 US dollars to upgrade the pen, which gives you a racing feature, which we've done. And here's a pen. Gee, it's got a weight to it, feels great. And you get a little case for all these replacement tips. Fancy. The pen snaps with force on the side of the tablet and can charge from here. It has quite a grip and won't come off unless knocked very firmly. Let's finally unbox the Type Folio. This is one of the protective covers. This one comes with a keyboard, and it doesn't miss with the cost of $379 Australian dollars or $229 USD. You can bundle this and it gives a slight discount. You can get the standard case for $149 Australian dollars or $89 US. The embossed keyboard in front of the package is always a nice little elegant touch. We're going to rip that off and let's see what's inside. Here we have the basalt version, which is the only variant of the keyboard that's available right now. Hope this dirty mark rubs off later where the packaging was exposed. Not much in this packaging beside the keyboard and how to install it with this piece of paper. This bad boy just snaps straight into place. First thing, tablet feels great for protection. Really solid, firm keyboard, giving it a bit of extra padding. The keyboard's actually backlit and the keys light up. There's some great travel in the keys and they don't feel mushy. I'm no keyboard expert. I'm one of those naughty boys who uses an Apple wireless keyboard as my daily driver. Choosing a dark texture for the cover will really help not showing marks, as I'm going to be carrying this around a lot. We have a power switch on the top and a USB port on the bottom. Let's fire this thing up and get cracking. Okay, it's booting up. First I'm going to do a breakdown of the basic features and then I'm going to pass it off to Sam, who's one of our designers, and she's quite the artist, and she's going to run it through its paces and she'll give us some feedback of what she feels like it is to draw on. We're also going to see how it transfers vectors into design software like Adobe Illustrator. But before all that, we need to go over what has been upgraded from the Remarkable 2. First thing is the e-ink display is now colour, which is a big upgrade from the grayscale screen of the Remarkable 2. The display is now bigger, going from the Remarkable 2's 10.3 inch display to a larger 11.8 inch display of the Paper Pro. This makes the Paper Pro closer to a sheet of A4 paper, giving you much more usable real estate. The display is now also backlit, which you can use in the dark. The light is soft in the eyes and not bright enough to wake someone lying next to you. Apparently it's got an even better paper-like feel and less latency, with the pen reduced by 40%, making a smoother writing experience. As I haven't got a Remarkable 2, I can't speak to that. I could probably borrow my brothers to run a few tests, who should have been patient and waited for the Paper Pro instead of buying the Remarkable 2 last month. Good luck using it in the dark, you donut. Let's go over the interface. This is where all your files are stored on device. You can sort, organise and create all your files here. We're going to create a new document by tapping the plus sign at the bottom of the screen with the pen. In here you can choose what sort of file you want. There are many templates to choose from. I'm going to keep it simple and just choose a blank one. You can also name your files here, keeping everything organised and not looking like my wife's computer desktop. Now let's go over the toolbar. I have the toolbar on the right hand side because I'm left-handed, and this is to reduce accidentally changing something when drawing or resting your palm on the screen. The little circle in the corner collapses the toolbar, giving you more space to work with. Starting from the top, you have 2 pen tools, where you can have your 2 most frequently used pens selected at all times to stay visible. I find I'm using the ballpoint pen and the highlighter the most. When you click on the pen item, you get to choose what sort of pen you want to use, the thickness of the line weight, and the color you want to use. Next is the type tool. You can use the keyboard to input text, or you can use the keypad that is displayed on screen when the keyboard's not connected. You can also choose from wide or narrow columns. Next is the eraser tool, which you can use if you don't have the upgraded pen with the eraser on the top. Next is the selection tool, but before we do that, let's jump in and see how Sam went with the drawing features. Sam is a designer here at Co-Creative, and she's quite the artist. I thought she'd be the perfect person to give us feedback on how the Paper Pro is to draw on. If you're not already following Sam on Instagram, you should check her page out. It's called Entrancing. I'll also chuck a link in the description below linking to her page. Whilst you're watching a time-lapse of drawing, let's go over her thoughts on using the Paper Pro, and she was nice enough to put in a pros and cons list for me. Pros: the pencil creates a great effect, especially because it's sensitive to the pen pressure. The ballpoint pen feature is nice to use. When you lightly touch it, it mimics the scratches that a light ballpoint pen makes. A very fluid and highlighter brush tool, extremely satisfying to use. The texture and pen feel like a pen. I also like moving drawings around, and that's easy and smooth. Cons: I wish there was more thicknesses, especially with the brushes. I'd love to make some thicker strokes. There's a bit of lag when panning and zooming, and a very slight input delay when writing, especially when writing quickly. This may disrupt people's flow in writing, especially when they're used to using a traditional pen and paper. I also wish there was more colours to use, mostly in the painting options. Thanks Sam, I'd agree with all those, especially the thing about the colour part, as the display can show more than 20,000 colours and you only have about 10 to choose from. Let's move on to the selection tool. To use it, draw a border around anything you want to cut, copy, scale or rotate. A great one to demonstrate this on is the pros and cons list that Sam wrote just before. Draw a circle around it and cut it. I'm going to place it on a new document. Do this by having the selection tool activated and just tap with the pen on the screen and it drops in. And so you can scale, rotate and drag it around the page. I'm going to turn this handwriting into text using the text feature. It takes a little bit, but it's a big body of handwriting. Did a great job, pretty cool. And this text is what I just used before to read her pros and cons list. Just below the selection tool you have the undo and redo tools. That's very self-explanatory, we won't go over that. These 4 squares take you back to the file system. You can also do this by hitting X in the top corner of the page, has the same result. Then you have tags, make it easy to file sort. Put a tag on a file you want to find easy, it helps with search. Below that is layers. This is real handy for drawing. I'm constantly using layers in other programs, so I will find it useful here. Next is send by email or screen share. I won't go into screen share, but I'm going to demonstrate sending an email from the tablet in a minute. And the last one is settings, and we're not going to go through that. Let's go to sending a file from the mobile app to the Paper Pro. I'm using the iPhone app here. Here's a photo of the Greater Glider. What you do is select the photo you want to use, hit share and choose Remarkable App, and the file just shows up on the device. This can also be done on the computer as well. Finally, let's see how the drawings Sam did look on the computer as vectors. We use the email feature here to send the file to the computer. It's simple, you just hit the share icon and go send via email and select the file type you want to use and the address you're going to send it to. I've launched Adobe Illustrator here to view that email we just sent and see how the drawing looks as vectors. I'd have to say I'm very impressed. Good outlines and great fills on each drawing she's done. Let's see how easy it is to change colours. Yep, that changes colour well. Even some of the drawing has pen strokes, which you can change the thickness of easily off device. This is going to be great in the future. I can get the base idea down on paper and then transfer to Adobe and edit the files further. Okay, let's jump into my final thoughts after using the Paper Pro for 2 weeks every day. Here I am sitting in front of my Paper Pro and I thought I'd give you my final thoughts. But before I do that, I need to cover something I missed earlier in the video, and that's the battery that's in this big fella. It's got a 5030 milliamp hour battery, and on the website it says it lasts about 2 weeks. Well, in my experience, I had about 1 week of real-time use, but I was flogging this baby. I'm really enjoying using it. I was using it multiple times a day. So probably for your average user, it could be 2 weeks. and has a 0 to 100% charge in about 90 minutes with a USB-C port. Straight off the bat, you just realize I'm loving it. I don't know what to say. It doesn't have the same things as your normal laptop, but I just find typing on it, I get in the zone. I just really enjoy, no distractions, and the keyboard's just really pleasant to use. One small thing that actually means a lot to me is it's decluttered my desk. All those scrap pieces of paper that I've been taking notes on, gone. I'm also finding taking notes, showing staff members my ideas is just so much easier, and they're stored. It's not a piece of paper I'm searching for on my desk. Even my children love drawing on it, and I can send the drawing to the printer and they can fetch it and hang up their drawing to display. Now, one small thing I wish it had was spell check. I'm a horrific speller, and it wouldn't be much to put on device, but I'd really like that. Remarkable. Love a spell check. Just as I was finishing editing this review, Amazon dropped the Kindle Scribe, which is a direct competitor to this. If I get 10,000 views on this, I'll do a direct comparison. I won't, but a boy can dream. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. You made it this far, so you probably did enjoy it. So yeah, give me that thumbs up. And thank you for watching this video. If you really like this tech review, probably like this review of the Image Trace by Shaper, or the Colup eMark, which is a portable printer. Thanks for watching.